Hello, Matt here with Spice of Life Grafted Branch Homestead. Welcome to my messy floor where I am building the lockdown box today. Now, the last few days of incubating the quail, hatching them out, you want to put them down in a lockdown box or put them in lockdown where they're not going to be rotated or messed with, and then the humidity level you increase. So what I'm doing here is I'm building a little box that will be able to hold the eggs in the incubator for that time period. What I've done is I've gone ahead and I've cut out of this 1x3 or 1x4. It's 1x4. It's 3.5 inches by 15 inches, and so I cut 4 of these pieces, and I'm going to be putting them together with these little metal brackets here. Let's see. So I got 4 of these little metal brackets, and I decided to record this. I've already put some glue on, but I got some wood glue on here. And so how I'm going to put this together is with the wood glue and the bracket, and I'm going to alternate these cuts, and I'll show you what I mean. Let me go ahead and get this piece attached here first. Quite a few of my projects here, I do take the different ideas from YouTubers, and then I figure the measurements out for myself pretty much, and figure out how to build it and just go from that. This one was the little boxes that, again, Terry over at Coturnix Corner has. I'm going to build this with a divider down it and then 2 little doors. I want the little doors on it, that way I can take this whole lockdown box once they've hatched out and set it right into the brooder and then let them hop out. Now, because I have 2 of them, I'll just open one side, get those out, put it in the other brooder, and open up the other side. So that's the idea. So we'll get that corner finished up and then move on to the top of it. Okay, so we got it glued up. I got my 4 brackets on. We have it on our alternating pattern there, and now I just want to make sure it's square. 22 1/4 and 22 1/4. Alright, good. Cool. So, alright, so while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and cut that center beam that goes in. There we go. And that's going to be cut at, so we got 14 1/4 inch, and we'll get that done. Alright, so I got the divider board cut. It's at 14 1/4 inch, and that will let that fit in nicely. And so I'm gonna find the center point on here, and we'll put that right at center. Drill just a couple little pilot holes on either end, put some wood glue on the end of it, and then some screws to the end, and that way I can hatch out 2 different egg groups and keep them separate. Okay, so on top of it, I'm going to take this 1x2, and we're going to cut out and make 2 little screens one that will fit here. The second side will rest on halfway up on there, and then the same here. I'll put a couple little hinges, and that way they can be opened either side. Okay, so the first step to get that done is we are going to need to cut out 4 of the side beams, and those are going to be at 15 and 3/4 inch. So we'll take. Alright, so we got 3 of these 15 and 3/4 pieces cut out, and I actually need 4. I don't know why I did 3. So we'll have a second one that fits just like that. Alright, cool. So I need to get 1 more of those cut. And we will do that. But first, we're also going to need 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we'll do it, let's do 4 and 7/8. So let me go cut that 4th piece as well as 4 of our 4 and 7/8 pieces. Alright, awesome. So I got my 4th piece cut. So we have these 4 pieces at 15 and 3/4 inch, and then we cut 4 of these at 4 and 7/8 inch, and I think this is going to work out nicely. And so what I am going to do off camera, because you don't need to see all that, is I'm going to glue these boards together and then run a screw through the end on each of them, and then we're going to let them dry. Once they dry, put a couple hinges on either side and some little screws for handles to give us doors. We're going to flip this over. We're going to put some PVC coated or vinyl coated 1/2 inch hardware cloth on the bottom, as well as we're going to put some of that on the top here as well, just under the lip. And I don't know if they're necessary. I'm going to glue it and strap it and let it dry, and hopefully that does just fine. Let those dry while that's drying. Okay, cool. So while those are drying up, I was using 1/4 inch hardware cloth before. With doing a little more research and watching some videos, I discovered I really want the 1/2 inch cloth. Most people say the quail poop just doesn't push through the 1/4 inch. So I went with the 1/2 inch. I also decided to go with the vinyl coated. It feels much better. I think it'll be a lot better on their feet. May not be necessary, but it's definitely something I want to do for the quail. So we replaced that in the hutch on the bottom, the hardware cloth with this, and I'll use it in the brooder as well. In the lockdown box, cut a piece of it out the same size as the bottom of the box there, and staple that down. Little doors, being quiet because everyone's sleeping. Anyways, I got the little doors unstrapped. I decided not to do screws, they're just glued together. Those work just fine. And they matched up just well. Solo with craving attention, so feel party in every shot. And then I just went ahead to Home Depot and I picked up some of these some of these small narrow utility hinges. Anyways, they will work great, so I picked up a couple packets of those where I will install them. The quail eggs stay in the incubator. The Coturnix quail eggs stay in the incubator for 14 days, and then on the 14th day they need to be laid flat, where they will finish and they'll hatch, and could take a couple days for that to happen. So what I've done is I built a lockdown box, The particular one I built, I want to be able to do at least 2 different flocks or 2 different batches of eggs incubating at a time, and so if I do that, I have 2 different sides. I've put down the 1/2 inch PVC coated mesh, I believe that's what it is, on the bottom and on the sides. I've decided to use that on this anyways instead of the hardware cloth, just because it will be in a high moisture environment. You want it at about 70% humidity during that lockdown period, and so I think this will help protect it some. Anyways, and so what I've done is I've painted the sides. I've done this one red and finished it up. This side we still need to finish. We need to add in the mesh and then paint it, and then the lockdown box will be finished. And so I'm going to go ahead about doing that. Because this sits on here, so there's a little bit of a lip, I did want to put the mesh just inside that so it can close without, you know, hitting the edge or being a problem. So I just take my pencil, close the door, draw a little line on the inside, right along the edge. So about like that. Cool. So you get a basic area where I'm going to go ahead and staple my mesh. Alright, so we got that on, and this is mesh. Let me explain. So in the lockdown box, you want to use the mesh. That way it can still ventilate, or the hot air that you want at about 100 degrees can still move all around the eggs. You're not going to get the warm and cold spots. So I want it very ventilated. The top is on here just so that way when they do hatch, they don't jump out in the incubator. Alright, cool. So with that done, I think I might trim up here just a bit. But with that done, we'll take it out and we're going to paint it. This side's going to be yellow because that's the only other spray paint I have on hand. Cool. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do here on our lockdown box is I picked up from the dollar store or the Family Dollar, what have you, some of this drawer liner. It's just a cushion grip. So this is still perforated, so it'll let through air and whatnot in the incubator, but you'll add some cushioning for the eggs, and then hopefully let the little quails, when they come out, their feet grab it so they can stand up and not get what I think is called spry, I believe, or something like that. Anyway, so I'm going to take some of this, and I'm going to cut some just to fit in the bottom there, and we'll get 2 of those pieces cut out. Alright, so we got our quail egg incubation box here. We have the 2 sides, different colors for records, 2 compartments for 2 different batches of eggs we want to hatch out. We have our cushion cloth that's laid in the bottom here. And so this box is ready to go. And so what will happen is the eggs will finish up in the incubator for the 14 days. And then after that, we will take them out of the egg turning trays and lay them, the Myshire eggs and then the Southwest Game Bird eggs, in either side. I had built this box to be the same dimensions as the egg turner tray, basically, as in the width and the depth. And so this box here is built specifically for the incubator that I built, and so this will slide right into that spot where the egg turner is right now, and it will allow it to sit in there while it will finish out the 1 to 4 days of incubation, probably about day 16 or 17, when the eggs start hatching out. They'll hatch out, they'll spend 24 hours inside this box here so they can completely dry off, and then we'll take them out and put them in the brooder. So go ahead and like and subscribe If you like the little simple lockdown box, right now we are on day 7 of incubation of when I post this. So we still have another week to go before they'll be put in here. But that video will come in a week, and we'll show you how it works.